Congress set a new record in futility in 2011. The Washington Times reports that lawmakers passed 80 fewer bills than any other session of Congress since records started being kept in 1947. Of the bills that were passed, the majority were housekeeping measures, such as extending existing laws or naming federal buildings. Much of the blame for the lack of action is blamed on partisan politics. Is that a valid excuse as far as you're concerned? Are you okay with the lack of action in Congress, or do you want to see a shakeup the way things are done in 2012?
And we are glad to have joining us today commercial real estate investor Michael Pollack, and we appreciate you being here. One of the definitions of futile is trifling, and many people would agree that our lawmakers, they're incapable of producing any sort of results.
You know, I don't think it's that they're incapable. I think they've had maybe a lot of other things on their minds. I think what we need to see is people concentrate, or our lawmakers concentrate on those things that are the most important. And if you really ask people today, you know, and I'm sure you go through it all the time with people emailing in and, you know, sending you things, the real thing that people are concerned about, think about it, is the economy. Right. I mean, you know, those are the kinds of things that we really need to be addressing. And unfortunately, a lot of time is wasted, you know, in the political arena on things that really aren't going to change anything that has to do with the everyday lives of the citizens of our country. And so really what we need is them to concentrate on the things that are most important to the people.
You know, as a business leader yourself, and I know that you felt the effects of the economy, meaning from the people who go to your properties and such, there's been a lot of concern that Congress has lost touch of reality, that the people, you know, in the Beltway, if you will, aren't understanding what the average person is going through. What do you think about that?
Well, I think all they have to do is listen to people, and it would be easy to understand that, you know, as a country, we've been through a very, very difficult economic period in our history. And is it over yet? No, it's not over yet. Do I think, even here, for example, in Arizona, I think things are definitely better than they were. If there is such a thing as where was the bottom, it was in 2009. And, you know, again, we deal with a lot of small businesses, so my hand has to be, so to speak, on the pulse, you know, and I have to understand it. And, you know, do I think sometimes maybe our political leaders, not all of them, by the way, we have some good ones. I'm not going to mention any names, good or bad, but we have some, I was kidding about that. We do have some good ones. And, you know, bottom line is they need to be in touch. They need to safely go out and meet their constituents, and they need to be out there understanding what the concerns are. And you know what the other thing is? The concerns in different geographical areas, in different states, you know, are going to be different for different people. You know, in some states, for example, if the oil was going well, then, you know, Texas, Louisiana, other places are going to be doing well. But Arizona, you know, as you know, and a lot of your viewers know, was built a lot on real estate.
And the viewers are sounding off on this issue right now.
Let's get straight to Linda Beliza. She says it's absolutely disgusting, the games that were played on the Hill and with the lives of Americans. Yes, a game, all for political posturing.
And Tracy Smithers Davis writes in, these clowns who were elected to represent us are not representing us. Hey, suits on the Hill, listen to what your people want.
And Tova Kubert says, recall all politicians and start over with those who actually have to work for our food. We need people who know what it's like to have been hit hard by the recession to get things passed. That will help us.
Great comments.
Yeah, great comments. Keep the dialogue going. We encourage you to do so on our Facebook page. ABC